Good to see you again, Inquisitor. Allow me to introduce Professor Bram Kenrick. He's the reason we're out here.
A pleasure to meet you, Your Worship.
Professor Kenrick teaches at the University of Orlais.
I came on an exchange program from Starkhaven. While in Val Royeaux, I've found something incredible. After 800 years, we may be able to determine the final resting place of the last Inquisitor.
That would be a fascinating discovery.
Inquisitor Emeridon stepped down shortly before the Nevarran Accord brought the Seekers of Truth into the Chantry. He hunted demons, dragons, and dangerous apostates in a time before Templars even existed.
I'm all for history if it means tracking down the equipment of a famous demon hunter.
If the last Inquisitor has been missing for 800 years, it's only fitting that today's Inquisition help find him.
Your scouts have gathered artifacts from the area. They may help us discover what Inquisitor Emeridon was doing.
I have news as well. We've encountered hostile Avar to the north. They call themselves the Jaws of Hakon. There's also an Avar hold to the east. Unlike the Jaws of Hakon, they've been friendly so far.
The Jaws of Hakon?
They're hostile Avar who attack any Inquisition agents or researchers who get close. We've sent soldiers for defense, but the Hakonites are cunning, merciless, and know the Basin better than we do.
Hello everyone, my name is Tocho, and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. Today in the, what is this? Frostback Basin, I believe? Yeah. This is in southwest of Ferelden on the border of Orlais, in that mountain range. Don't know much about this area, or the Avar that live here. But, let's see what we can find. Property of Colette. Pages of nearly written, painstakingly detailed note fills a well-worn journal. The notes break midway through for a list. Expedition to Frostback Basin preparations. Reread finding a meridian. Complete. Review notes on appropriate excavation methods. Complete. Practice categorization of minute material artifacts. Complete. Read book on Frostback Basin. Complete. Practice camping. Complete. Bring a pillow. Reread anatomy of various terrible beasts. Complete. Learn defense. Cannot find willing instructor. Ask brothers for fencing/defense lessons. Bad idea. Read book on survival and defense. Complete. Bring towels packed. Few idle scrolls follow along with a tiny sketch of an elf defending a stack of papers from various terrible beasts. The caption reads, Fieldwork.
Scout Harding has an impressive team. Her people brought back a number of artifacts.
If you need something tracked, Scout Harding is your woman.
If only it were that easy. After 800 years, we can't just look for tracks. Barring enchantment, cloth and leather will have long since rotted away. Only metal and stone remain recognizable. Complicating this are recent pieces the Avar left behind, and of course ancient pieces dating back to Tevinter. Fortunately, thanks to some period-specific buckling, I've been able to track our last Inquisitor.
You said there were pieces dating back to Tevinter?
Yes. While it's rare to see Tevinter ruins so far south, the Imperium once had an outpost of some sort here. They might have built it as a ritual site. I'm not sure what military value it could have. In any event, it's muddled up the research slightly, but I've accounted for it.
You lost me at buckling.
You'd think that a buckle was a buckle. But ever since people started belting on weapons, they've been adding bits. One piece here has a dragon engraving. With the alloys of the metals used, it's clearly Tevinter. While this one uses a clasp that wasn't invented until the dawn of the Orlesian Empire. And when it comes to historical research, you might say we have to buckle down.
What do you have, Professor?
Everything so far points to the shore not far to the south. There was some sort of battle near the shoreline. They were in a hurry. The scouts reported an island near an Avar fishing camp. But the Avar won't say much about it.
What makes you think the last Inquisitor was fighting?
There's a clasp here common to armorlings. It's clearly torn. That only happens from a heavy shearing blow, like large claws or an axe. Then there's the dagger. Silverite, with a stylized dragon pommel and an inscription reading Cordilis. That dagger had to be a gift from Cordilis Draco, first Emperor of Orlais. No one would just lose such a thing.
What can you tell me about the Avar fishing camp?
Not much. It's the friendly Avar, not these jaws of Hakon barbarians. According to the scouts, they wouldn't say much about the area. Likely a local superstition.
I'll find a way to that island and see if there's anything useful there.
Excellent. I'll continue to study what's been found. With luck, we'll both find some answers. Also, one of my research assistants, Colette, was investigating an old structure to the north. I'm not certain it's related to our investigation, but it couldn't hurt to check with her.
Questions of accuracy. I moved against them were halted by the light from her most assured hands. It was then she took her own counsel, in ways best not set forth here, and led the party away. Did Ameridan's eyes seek hers among those assembled as she relayed the events which led them there? If she stood among us, I did not know her. Yet his hand moved slightly at his side, as my own does when my wife is near and I seek wordless comfort in the touch of her fingers. We had all heard the whispers. Did he say her name in the tellings? Would he have dared? Times were different, but have they changed so much? Excerpt from the writing of Lord Bescon, first put into page 148 defined. A letter follows. Kenrick. This is a precise copy. The preceding pages were lost or removed ages ago. Bescon makes no further references to this woman, although Ameridan comes up several times later on. Bescon's writings, as they pertain to Inquisitor Ameridan, are not entirely unknown, although you're unlikely to find them among Chantry records. Their validity is largely dismissed. Some have questioned whether the so-called Light in Council referenced magic or holy insight. And of course, Bescon wrote down his impressions many years after the fact. The author's own wife brought accuracy into question when she admitted her husband was recalling his youth in the Elysian capital through nostalgia and age-distorted memory. I believe her admission is part of official Chantry record. Best of luck, Kim. Inquisitor Ameridan. What is known about Inquisitor Ameridan would barely fill a page. He was friend of Emperor Drakon, he was Inquisitor when the Seekers of Truth folded themselves into the Chantry as part of the Navaran Accord, their order serving as precursor to the Order of Templars and Circle of Magi. Shortly after the Accord was signed between 122 and 124 Divine, Ameridan left his position and departed, never to be seen again. These facts are alone undisputed, everything else uncorroborated hearsay. Broad speculation or salacious rumor-mongering. Ameridan did not willingly cede power. Drakon forced the Seekers of Truth to disband upon pain of death, and then remove the Inquisitor rather than suffer rebellion in the Chantry's new Chantry's ranks. Ameridan was forced to retire due to the still young Chantry's restrictions requiring celibacy, as he was involved in a relationship with a mysterious lady mage that the Chantry erased from history. Ameridan was a rowdy noble who cared more for Raka's entertainment than for the Seekers. He held the position only because Drakon wanted a loyal friend commanding the Order, and when the Seekers became part of the Chantry, Ameridan was free to retire to a life of hunting dragons and wenching. Any of these stories may be true, and without more evidence, we have little hope ever of reaching a clear determination. Nevertheless, I would offer a few notes that are often overlooked as scholars delve deeply into their own historical specialties, as to lose key context. Firstly, Emperor Drakon rightly acknowledged the man who molded the Chantry into the organization it is today. Was a pious man, committed to spreading the chant of light and creating a world where magic and men were governed by Androstian principles. All sources agree that Ameridan was a close friend of Drakon, and while it is certainly possible that Ameridan was more pragmatic than pious, it is highly unlikely that Drakon would have befriended a figure who's actively opposed to the Chantry, much less tolerate such a man holding a position of power in the growing Orlesian Empire. Secondly, Inquisitor Ameridan was universally acclaimed as a powerful combatant. Regardless of his supposed faith or lack thereof, rumor mongers suggesting Ameridan was exiled asked us to believe that the Emperor Drakon could see no use for a powerful warrior with the years of command experience. Given that the Second Blight had Given the Second Blight had been a fact of our Legion life for more than 15 years at the time of Meridian's disappearance, with Darkspawn pouring from the Anderfells into the Northern Relay in growing numbers, it is frankly absurd to suggest Dracon would casually dispose of such a military asset. Without further evidence, we may never know more about Meridian's departure. Nevertheless, I hope that we may eschew the current popular cynicism, at least when obvious evidence against it is presented. To see that the disappearance had to be some of the cause. From Finding Meridian by Professor Bram Kenrick, Starkhaven University Press. Okay. So don't know much about the Inquisitor of Meridian, but there's apparently been years and years of, like, scholastic dispute over him and his character. Where are we going? There's a fade over there. Mysterious Island is where we need to go. Attacking Inquisition soldiers. Research citizens. Okay. Alright, let's start off with the Fade Rift, I guess. Ooh, a Fear Demon. That's new. That's sorted. Well, this is interesting.
Do you require a mana cleansing to remove the residual energies on your staff?
The Circle's training in energy modulation is thorough. I sincerely doubt you could add anything.
So you intend for your staff to carry that particular aura?
Is that a problem, my dear?
No, as you were.
Okay. Four shards, and we continue.
That must be the island Professor Kenrick mentioned.
We'll need to find a way out of there.
So, if I understand what they're talking about right, the remains we're looking for. Hello? Yes? What are you doing? Anyways. Oh, sorry. So the remains of what we're looking for is somewhere among those islands. We just have to find a way to get to them, but also the Avar aren't talking about it. When asked. Which is probably a bad thing. That's probably the reason they leave it alone.
What is this? Are the Fishers of Stone Bear Hole too rude to share a meal with friends?
Can the jaws...
The Inquisitor! Let his blood bathe the blades of the jaws of Hakon!
That seems a little unnecessary.
Glory to Hakon!
These jaws of Hakon demanded your death. What do they have against us?
Perhaps the friendlier Avar is shed some light.
Well, they can take a hit, I can tell you that much.
You are the lowlander they call Inquisitor. I am Arvid Rolfson. Well fought.
fish will feed on fool's heart wine this night. I know not what brings you here, but we have no quarrel, you and I.
How long have you lived in the base?
Stone Bear Hole's been here a few generations. I was born further north, but we left before I could remember. It was a good life, until the jaws of Hakon arrived. They brought trouble with them. People are expecting a raid, but...
You don't agree?
They seem bigger fools than that, for all their boasting. I cannot say what they plan, but it bodes ill.
I find myself in need of a boat. I need to reach that island.
Lady's Rest.
What?
That island belongs to the Lady of the Skies. The spirits warn us to leave it be.
I don't wish to disturb your lady, but it's important.
If I give you the boat, and you anger the spirits and die, other lowlanders may come for blood. That is trouble for my home, and not my trouble to take. Go to Stone Bear Hole and speak with my Thane, Svara Sunhair. Get her blessing, and you may sail to Korth's rocky heart, if you wish.
Cool. Mind if I steal your stuff? You weren't using this, right? Nope, that's not V. That's V. Okay, so we have to go talk to a Thane to get a permission to use a boat. Why is the area all misty? I mean, this place is generally foggy, but doesn't mist usually occur with, like, I don't know, churning water? Oh, hello.
What do you think this Corypheus actually is?
A darkspawn, as he appears.
But what of the orb he wields and the dragon he commands? This is no ordinary darkspawn.
His true advantage is the red lyrium. It is corrupted by the blight as he is. Thus he taps into its power twofold. Whatever he was before, that is what makes him dangerous now.
Thane Harrison thinks he can work the words of lowlanders, as though the augurs had not learned tail-drawing runes to study the old magic. He is blind, but the jaws of Hakon would not be here without him. A hold needs blind men with big blades sometimes. In the old times, the first jaws of Hakon spoke with the Great Spirit himself. He opened their eyes that they might see the elf stones hidden across the world, and they entered the old cave and learned the mysteries of winter. The working of cold let them slip through the ice wall that wards the Lowlander fortress, and we must now do the same if we are to take it as our own. Hakon has been silent all our lives. He cannot speak to us in dreams or open our eyes, and we remain blind to the elf stones. The Lowlanders, though, they have found new ways to see them. The skull of a dream slain, set with the right magics, can bring the Elfstones to our sight. We will regain the mysteries of winter. Okay. So this is very much not a... I mean, no doubt it's not an Andrastan civilization because they, you know, worship... Or they seem to be worshipping spirits or their own pantheon of gods. But they are maintaining magical practices and learning, so... I don't know what point I'm trying to make here, but I'm just appreciating the juxtaposition of cultures, I guess. Wait for the climb to finish. What?
The growing thing comes. It'll be.
What is that commotion?
Your climbers seem tired, thanks. More hunting. Is your hold beast well?
We hunt as well as ever, Thane Harrison.
You would be safer under the shield of the jaws of Hakon.
Hask Fisherson has taken victory in sight of the Lady of the Skies. Parv, you owe 4 rams to Hask, not 3.
Ha! Tear his tits.
Wind, lift your oaths to the Lady of the Skies, and hand the rams over come sunrise.
May your people be as strong as your hold beast.
Do a flip! Anyways, hi, I need to talk to you about a boat. Also, I don't know what's to do with this dude, but I have noticed he's got the markings of all of our themed cosmetics and mounts and stuff. So, I don't know what that means for us.
We've heard of your arrival, Lowlanders. Come, share my fire where we might speak. Inquisitor, I am Svara Sunhair, Thane of Stonebear Hold. You have guest welcome here. The Lowlanders have little love for your Dalish clans. I am impressed that you came to lead their Inquisition. You and your people have come far from the safety of the Lowlands.
We have not come to cause trouble in your home, Thane. We have learned that the last Inquisitor may have died here hundreds of years ago. We seek his body.
Giving peace to the dead is a worthy quest. Any help we can offer is yours. Sadly, the Jaws of Hakon will not offer so warm a welcome. You have met their Thane, Gerd Harrison. I wager you have crossed blades with the Jaws of Hakon in the wilderness. If you would search this place for your Inquisitor's body, they will want you to pay in blood.
When I first entered your hold, there was a climbing contest of some sort. What was that?
The test of the Lady. We use it to settle disputes when it is not clear who has the right of it. There are others. For the test of the Mountain Father, you battle with verse while those who favor you hold you aloft. The test of Hakon is battle with blunted weapons.
It seems as fair a way as any to decide such matters.
In many cases, the law is clear. The tests are only for real disputes. As Thane, I may guide the gods in finding who is worthy. I decide which test will settle the dispute. I may also ask a warrior whose claim is foolish to climb with stones strapped to his back.
I'd like to hear more about Stonebear Hold.
We are not the largest hold, but our warriors are strong, and our singers are pretty. Ah, words are for boasting around the fireside. You should look yourself, if you will.
I'd like to know more about the Jaws of Hakon.
They are not the first hold to take that name. All have been foolish. What would you know of them?
What do the Jaws of Hakon believe that makes them so angry?
A wise man honors each god to its strength. Bjorn Reedbeard for fishing, Rilla of the Fireside for making babies. The Hakonites care only for Hakon Wintersbreath, god of war and winter. There is no evil in Hakon. There are times to fight, but the Jaws of Hakon care for nothing else. They raid, they fight. Eventually they die and their stories are forgotten. It is the way of things.
What can you tell me of the people now calling themselves the Jaws of Hakon?
They came here a few years ago, after the Blight took their hold. There was land enough for both, so we were friendly. We did not see their anger. Gerd Harrofson lost too many in his hold to Darkspawn. He thought only of battle and war. To avenge a wrong is a good thing, but only a fool lights the world on fire to do it.
You said that there were earlier groups known as the Jaws of Hakon.
Yes. Many ages ago. They thought of nothing but slaughter glory. They attacked the Lowlanders. Your people fought back and destroyed them. They were fools.
I'll speak with you later.
Walk with the lady's blessing. Inquisitor?
How did you get the name Sunhair?
I was born Svara Janusdottir. For my legend mark, I once fought a battle with my hair on fire.
You lit your hair on fire?
An enemy archer lit my hair on fire. I was locked shield to shield with a foe, and I had no time to douse it. It scared my foes. My hair was braided long enough that I could spare it. It stank worse than goat shit, though.
I like you.
I was told I needed your permission to borrow a boat from the fishermen.
Bah, Rolfston. He worries like a scared baby goat. The boat is yours. Tell him I said so.
The Hakonites are attacking my people. I would welcome any assistance you could offer.
Bathing my blade in the blood of the Hakonites would be cause for a feast for most in this hold. The Hakonites are fools, and they have forgotten the old ways. But we have pledged peace with them. To attack with Lowlanders at our side would make us oathbreakers. This is poor weather for me to ask that of my hold.
What would change the weather?
Among the Avar, a hold draws strength from its hold beast. They are as kin to us. When our hold beast is strong and happy, there is joy. When it sickens and dies, it is an ill omen. Our bear, Storvacker, has not been seen in days. The hold fears for her. I cannot ask the hold to break peace oaths unless Storvacker returns.
You have members of the hold searching for Storvacker.
The hold is already fearful. A great hunt for our hold beast would show weakness to the Hakonites. If she were dead, the Augur would know. So the hunters watch for tracks. That is all we can do.
The way you asked us to help find Storvacker made it sound like you were willing to break your oath.
I could say that Avar hold all oaths sacred. That no true Avar would break them. It would be a good lie. Lowlanders doubtless say the same of themselves. A cunning Thane can find a hole in the tent of any promise. A place for the cold wind to sneak in. We are bone and blood. Oaths last until they are broken.
If I find your bear and you break the oath, what happens to Stone Bear Hold?
Other holds share oaths with the Jaws of Hakon. They are sworn to defend or avenge them. If the Hakonites were friends, they would attack us. But they are friends to few. We will send offerings, trade, and gifts to pay the price of oath-breaking. The storm will pass. I do not do this lightly, Inquisitor. But the Hakonites are tiresome.
I'm a little confused about why I have to find a bear in order to gain the support of your tribe.
Storvacker is not a bear. She is our hold beast. She ties us to the gods. Without her, I have heard your elf gods turned from you. Is that not a bad thing? It is as that. I know more of this world than the world of spirits. Speak with our Augur if you would know more. They're our gods, not yours. For you, it is enough that Storvacker matters to us.
I mean, that's fair.
Does Storvacker usually live in the hold? Does she stay in a pen, or...?
Pens are for goats and chickens, not holdkin. The Avar are free. So must be our hold beasts. Storvacker lives in a cave near the hold. She comes to visit if she wishes to see us. We bring her gifts of food. Not enough that she will not hunt for herself.
Maybe I shouldn't bring this up, but bears and I traditionally do not get along.
You have fought bears. You lived. Good for you. Fear will keep you respectful should you find Storvacker. You will be fine.
So you're saying she's friendly?
Understood. Love it.
I'll speak with you later.
Ask those in the hold about Storvacker. They may know something they have not told me.
Thane Svara Sunhair. This appears to be an unfinished letter. The handwriting is simple and the text has many phrases crossed out. Lowlanders, if you're brave enough to. Orlesians, if you're brave enough to. Merchants of Orlais, if... To those who wish to trade with Stonebear Hold, you should know me. I am Thane Svara Sunhair. I am Thane Svara Jansdotten, also known as Sunhair. Though my blade has tasted battle tears many times... Though my blade has tasted blood many... Though I have fought many battles, I wish no conflict between us. But instead trade between our holds and yours. We have furs and leathers that put your lowland hides to shame, plus weapons that have tasted Hakon's winter. We have furs and leathers that will make your warriors look strong, and your lovers look supple, plus weapon. We have excellent furs and leathers, and weapons like none seen in the lowlands. Trade honestly and well, and there will be coin for all. Cheat us, and your blood will... Trade honestly and well, and there will be coin for us all. Thane Svara Sunhair. This is a fool's task. What lowlander would come this far for furs they have not seen? Ah, Korth, I just wrote that instead of saying it. Stupid lowland writing vexes the mind. The rest of the letter is a series of angry skirmishes of axes. Oh, I love Svara. Svara, you're amazing. You're a gem. You're respectable, and I wish nothing but pleasantries upon your household. Anyways, I'm running out of time to record, but I've been also having something that resembles hardware problems. Hopefully this will all turn out well audio-wise in post, but I'm a little concerned. Let's have a quick look around the hold, and then I think we're gonna wrap up the... Hello, Finn.
Inquisitor, I'm honored by your visit. I'm Finn Coldenson. Forgive me if I don't stand to greet you properly.
How were you injured?
A storm blew up a few months back. It's the worst we've seen in a while. I was helping to secure the fishing boat. Einar nearly fell in. I caught him, but the current caught me. My leg got crushed against the rocks. It hasn't set properly.
You seem troubled. Is it your injury?
In part. Gida Meerdotten prepares my father's body for sky burial.
I'm sorry.
I knew it would be soon. I miss him.
I'll let you rest.
Lady keep you.
Okay. Starts with the man of our Jerickson. Driven from their hold by war and misfortune, their thane dead, Ivar led what remained of his people through the mountains. The winter was harsh, the winds of Hakon echoed through the peaks. The beasts fled, and the hunters could find little game. Ivar's people grew weak. They feared themselves cursed. When the blizzard struck, they built a meager fire and huddled for warmth. When the blizzard lasted 3 days, they knew that they would die. On the third night, while Ivar stood watch, he caught sight of a great gray bear through the snow. Though the beast was distant, Ivar could feel his eyes upon him, and knew he must follow. Alone, he made his way through wind and snow. The great bear walked ahead of him, always distant but never out of sight. At last, the bear stopped. Ivar came to stand beside the bear and saw before him a sheltered place where his people might be saved. He reached out a hand to his guide, but instead of fur, he found grey stone. So Ivar knelt before the stone and gave thanks to Korth, for he knew that the Mountain Father had taken form of a bear to guide him here. Ivar returned to his people and led them to the shelter place. Ivar Jerikson became Ivar's snow favored, and the people swore to honor him as their new thane. The hold was given the name Stonebear in honor of Ivar's vision, and in this place we have grown strong.
Inquisitor, you've need of a hunter, or you're just wandering? Now you lowlanders see many holds, but I'll tell you, there are none finer.
I assume you go hunting yourself.
Of course I do. Who says otherwise?
No one.
I lead our hunts, Inquisitor. My leg aches. One eye can't see in the dark. And I bring more meat than anyone in the hold. Gum's piss, do I hunt?
I apologize. I was just curious.
Suppose you can't help Lowlanders' manners.
Do you have any idea where Storvacker has gone?
Our hold animal's a hungry one. She might be after the game in the valley to the west. As the weather's turning, I'd not think she'd roam further.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Oh, I mean, who better to ask than the Huntmaster as to where the hold beast would go? Look at that. I'm loving all of this. I know I said in the last time I like swamps. I also like this. Look at these. Look at those crevices, those rocks. Those pillars. Lovely. There was something over here. Over there. I'm just gonna claim a plot of land in the middle of your hold. Sure. Heringar Ice Roll. Tremble at the ice hole, Heringar. Guard your gaze against his wrath. Dead to dreams as dwarf below us, folds in folly back his path. Weapons weeping of our warriors struck to seek their legend mark. Fed not fortune but lady. Folly fallen in the dark. Dead to Heringar's fury freezing.
Strange that the veil seems so thin here. A great many spirits must have gathered in this place.
So, come to test yourself.
How so?
Our warriors want your measure, Inquisitor. Bring us an offering, and we'll let you fight Hakon's trials. Stonebear Hold would know if the spirits favor you. So would I.
Do you run this arena?
I do. I'm called Arkan Feltson. I prepare warriors for the gods. Truly, I drill it into young heads that no one's born knowing how the axe swings or the arrow flies.
What do you mean, prepare your warriors for the gods?
As we train, the gods see us become worthy.
Worthy of what?
A second strength when you most need it. A glimpse that spots a blade at your heart. Warriors must show their will for these gifts, and the will for practice.
Interesting. You draw in spirits influenced by these ritual battles to aid you during real conflict.
Didn't I say as such?
Yes, but... Of course. My apologies.
What is this trial exactly?
A battle against our best. Wit and muscle, and steel against steel. Not to death, just surrender. In case you're afraid.
I've faced much worse than the Avar.
That demands proof. We're ready to see it when you have the courage.
Can we begin this trial of Hakon?
We need an offering from you first. To honor Hakon and the dead.
Why do you pray to Hakon when his fanatics cause you so much trouble?
Hakon Winter's Breath could be testing us through those fanatics. He can be a cruel god, Lowlander. He'll favor the victor and no other. Strength to strength. If the jaws of Hakon tried to raid us, we'll feed their scraps to the bears.
Nice. So I need an offering
Farewell.
of some sort. Okay, oh, this is the arena. Oh, that's the arena. That's cool. Look at that. Nice. What else is there to look at? I've somehow gone up further up the mountain without really intending to.
Half the traps were empty. Is someone poaching? Can't be.
Vendors, crafting stations, lovely. What's happening over here?
Be welcome, Inquisitor. Though I fear I've time for little more than a greeting. I must prepare these souls for their greater journey, particularly those who depart without the reverence due. Their way is often hardest.
I'm not familiar with Avar funerals. May I ask what proper rites entail?
When the time comes, we are given sky burials. For most, the body is laid out and prayers given. When the birds come, they carry the soul to the Lady of the Skies. The body, unneeded, is gone.
For most?
Some souls, such as Calden's, are chosen to return. The augur reads the signs of birth. It is a rare honor. In order to return, an offering is made to Korth the Mountain Father and buried beneath the body. A piece of the soul thus remains, allowing the rest to return to this world and be reborn.
Will someone not be given proper rites?
Calden Enverson is one of the few whose soul may return. Bloodkin must make an offering to the Huntmaster, who prepares it. Or so it should be. Calden's son, Finn, has failed in this duty, but then there's you.
Me?
You're a guest of our hold. A gift from you cannot be refused. Even an offering for Calden. I cannot dictate the nature of a gift, but if my suggestion appeals to you, speak to the Huntmaster.
Holden's son is injured. It's not his fault he can't make the offering.
As disappointing as that may be, it is not my place to ignore the god's laws on a whim. I honor them in word and spirit, Inquisitor.
You suggested a way around tradition by letting me make the offering.
The spirits have seen Finn fail. To undo it may be to undo their will. A gift from another does not bear this weight. Calden's soul could travel easily.
I should be off.
Lady keep you.
Yeah, especially since Ilex is trained to be a necromancer and they're all about, you know, letting the spirits pass and, you know, revering the dead and stuff. Yeah, we'll totally help Finn. What are you... Are you okay? That's impressive, if not a little bit disturbing. But yeah, we'll gladly help Finn. I think what he says, his father's funeral? I want to see what's in here. Love a house like this if I wasn't worried about it getting blown off or erosion.
You're the Inquisitor. I hear your people already sing songs of you.
How are you so well informed?
Oh, Hellstim soaks up gossip when he goes trading. He just returned from the lowlands. I'm Fulna Hethstotten, Keeper of Histories, and Scold to the Hold.
I've never met a scold. Is that anything like a bard?
I suppose. Every hold has someone who sings its songs. Doesn't yours?
Fair enough.
We keep the old songs and histories, the oaths and the legend marks.
I understood all of that except legend mark.
The Skald before me was born Gulda Elstotten. She crafted a great new tale for the hold. It pleased the spirits. After that, we called her Gulda Gildan's Song.
So they're titles, honorifics.
Not all carry glory. My father was Heth Mule's head. He'd never let go of a quarrel.
Can you choose a legend mark for yourself?
Only if I wanted to be scorned as a child. I've only been a Skald a few years. I've not made any great feats, good or ill. Yet.
Farewell.
Good journeys.
I mean, I figured as much. It's, you get named after your greatest achievements. Okay, what else is there to look at? I'm way turned around in this place. I wasn't expecting to climb up the side of a mountain. Hello. How's you? We're back here. Oh, we're here. I'm all kind of turns around. Okay, I need to speak with the leader, right? But that's you.
Walk with the lady's blessing.
Is it just built into the side of this place? Okay, so I guess... Let's go talk to... Oh, we completed it. It just didn't register for some reason. Okay, so we need to impress the hold by doing 5 attacks, I assume? Have we been through here? Or is this out? I need to talk to the Huntmaster again. To talk about that offering for Finn's father. This looks like an entrance. Yeah. It is interesting to see other cultures, because the practice of magic is very heavily regulated in Drosten and, you know, Orlais and Ferelden societies. To Venter, it's the law of the land, really. The practice of magic, there's the person I need. But it's more of like, how can magic serve me kind of mentality. This is a much more, you know, spiritual reverence kind of approach. It's interesting just to like see. I probably should bring Dorian up here to see if he has any comments on stuff, because Solus already said a couple interesting things, and Vivian's been oddly silent.
Inquisitor?
I spoke to the woman preparing bodies for funeral. She said I might make an offering for Calden.
How would... as a gift? Sly woman. In that case, I'll accept an offering from the hand that gives it. Tradition says the offering's made to Koth. Only creatures who touch the gods' realm will do. I'll mark where someone last spotted. It'd be an unmatched gift, Lowlander. I still pity Calden's son, though, losing his father's name.
What do you mean?
Finn failed to complete the rites. That'll see him disowned when the burial's complete. He's fatherless whether you do this or not, Inquisitor. Seeing it done will give him some peace, I imagine.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Oh, that's why you started whenever he said his last name. Yeah, I'll help this dude out as much as I can. But we'll have to continue with that in the next episode. Yeah. I keep trying to think of new things to say, but I'm just taking in all of this. This is very harmonious with how active everything is. It's not like a tranquil, like peaceful, like I wouldn't go here to like meditate, but like the roar of the sea versus like the harsh mountainscape, it's nice. Anyways, until next time, my name's been Tocho. Remember to leave a like if you like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye!